Yo, what is up YouTube? It's your boy Ruckus, here finally with another video, wondering what game could I play? And I looked up at my gamer score and thought, maybe this ain't high enough. I need to add more score to this. So I thought to myself, what game can I play that I have not 100%ed and increase my gamer score? So I got to thinking and brainstorming, but then I got distracted by the new Fallout show that came out. But then that also got me thinking, I don't think I've ever completed a Fallout game. So I thought this might be the perfect idea, especially with the new update to Fallout 4. This can be the first Fallout game that I 100%. Now I played some of the other ones and I played a little bit of this one, but I think it's time that I sit down, play this properly, and try to get that full 1000 gamer score. Now starting off, you get to create your own character, choose between male or female, and I think everyone knows when you create your own character, you must spend at least an hour creating.
Thanks, Codsworth.
Then we go on to talk to our robot, our child, and then someone rings at the door talking about how they want us to join the vault just in case nuclear bombs drop. So of course we sign up, and this is where we get to pick our name and our stats.
Nice to find you, ma'am.
Gotta level up that charisma so I can talk my way around the wasteland, and the intelligence so I can hack everything, because those are going to come in handy for a lot of achievements. After talking to the Vault Tech employee, rather conveniently, no more than a minute later the bombs start to drop, and we end up sprinting to the vault that conveniently was right behind our house. Then we sit on the elevator as it's going down and get to watch the bomb absolutely annihilate where we used to live. Once down in the vault, they give us our vault jumpsuit, and then they ask us to jump into a cryo chamber where we can be frozen till it's safe to re-emerge to the top. Sometime during this point of being in cryo, we suddenly wake up when a man walks over to our husband's pod with our son in it, opens it, steals our child, and kills our husband. He then walks over and looks inside our pod before we pass back out. After that, we wake up again. This time we have no idea how much time's passed or what's even happened. So we end up opening up our husband's cryo chamber, taking his wedding ring, exploring the rest of the vault before we come across our Pip-Boy. After picking up the Pip-Boy and interacting with the terminal, we can now open the vault door and head to the elevator, which will finally see us out of this vault. Here we go for our first achievement of Fallout. I don't even know if we get it at this point. I just know that we gotta make it to the Wasteland. Ooh, finally, here we go. Here to see the first achievement pop. And there we go, our first achievement. Into the Wasteland. After exiting the vault, we end up heading back home, where we find our former robot, Codsworth, and he ends up telling us we'd been in cryo for 200 years. Also saying that everyone's gone and that he'd help us look around the neighborhood for Sean.
Yes.
Ooh. The first of many. And we could put this into strength. After searching and finding no results, he ends up telling us that there's a town in Concord where maybe we can find some answers. On the way to Concord, we end up finding ourselves a dog.
Okay then.
Oh, doggo.
Let's stick together.
Before landing out front of a building in the city, where we end up taking out a couple raiders before a guy on the balcony asks us to help take out the raiders inside and help them out. After clearing out the building for them, we're told by Sturgis that there's a power armor suit and minigun on the roof that we can get as long as we get the fusion core from the basement. And this is where we're met with our first terminal to hack that we're going to need to do quite a bit of. Ooh. Our first of, what, 50 I think is for the achievement?
There we go.
And we got a first pop. We end up getting the fusion core, going back to the roof, getting in the armor, grabbing the minigun, and clearing out more raiders and even a death claw. Oh, here we go. First death claw. Oh. Nice and easy. Our After clearing everyone out, we go back inside to talk to the people, where a lady named Mama Murphy tells us that we look like we've lost someone, and if we search Diamond City, we might find our son there. But before going there, we take the group and guide them to a place called Sanctuary, which happens to be where we used to live. After guiding them there and talking to Preston, this is where we get our second achievement pop. And also another request to start helping out settlements across the land, which is also another achievement. When freedom calls. This should be our achievement. There we go, second achievement, finally. But before we do that, we end up clearing out Sanctuary of all its trash, getting 1,000 items, transferring it into our inventory where we get our third achievement pop. There we go. On my way to the next settlement to help. Sadly, I was taken out by a noob, but on the bright side, it's another achievement. Well, that's one way to get an achievement. After talking to the settlers and agreeing to help them, and finally making it to the building without getting hit by a noob, I finally made it to level 5, which is our 5th achievement. There we go. Clearing out the building with a police robot. And returning back to Preston, where he asked us to join the Minutemen, where we agreed. Oh, the first step. Join the Minutemen. Sturgis then comes up to us and asks us if we can make Sanctuary feel like a home. So we place beds, water, food, defenses before getting our 7th achievement. There we go. Now we continue on with Preston's mission, and we help out a couple more settlements. And on the way we get another achievement. There's our level 10 achievement. Beautiful. After clearing out this area and returning back to our settlement, we're met with another achievement of helping 3 settlements. Before Preston tells us to meet him at a castle to help him clear it out. With the level 2 pickpocketing and making sure we save our game so we don't ruin our save, we should be able to place a grenade. Yep. And get an achievement. Bit unfortunate. But there we go. Now to reload the save bar. Go! A bunch of crabs. Holy shit. Having a boxing match with the fucking crab. And his little roaches. Holy shit. After clearing out most of the crabs and little baby crabs and eggs, we're met with the queen. Where it didn't go to plan, but we eventually got it. No shot. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Finally. Holy smokes. Imagine dying to this thing twice. Now with the queen defeated and setting the base back up for use, we get another achievement, taking independence. With that completed, we should be getting our next achievement. Hopefully soon rather than later. There we go. Took a while to pop, but we got it. Now using a little cheese of gathering enough cloth to spam place flag, we end up getting another achievement. There we go. Now we end up carrying on with the main story and heading to Diamond City, where we're met with a news reporter named Piper arguing with the man. She asked us to come tell our story to her news outlet, which we agreed to do. Time to run a home run. I don't know which way to go, but I know you run on the baseball fucking plate.
Word is, something bad went down.
I think that might be 1. 2. Hopefully 3 somewhere around here. 3. And back to home base. Surely that's a home run. There we go. Diamond achievement for getting the home run. After telling her our story, telling her about our son, she points us in the direction of a Nick Valentine who is currently in Diamond City. After speaking with Nick's assistant, we end up finding out that he is currently missing, so we head on out to find him. After clearing out a bunch of raiders, finding a vault, opening the door, clearing out more raiders. Eventually finding Valentine trapped inside a cell. We open it and he agrees to help us as we help him escape. But before escaping, we met with the man who put him in here, Skinny Malone. And well, this is what happened.
Shoot up my guys? You have any idea how much this is?
Oh, that's our achievement for Unlikely Valentine. After taking out Skinny Malone, we head back to Valentine's office, where after talking to him and telling him about the man who took our child, he lets us know the name of the man is Kellogg, and he used to have a house here in Diamond City. After breaking into his house and opening a secret door, we find some of his leftover cigars, and we put the dog we found earlier to good use, as he's able to track down the scent of Kellogg. And now here's the fun part, following the dog for a nice 10-minute walk. After eventually finding the place and taking out synth after turret after synth, we finally meet Kellogg himself. After meeting face to face with Kellogg, he tells us that the Institute has our child and that he will not help us any further and that we should prepare to fight. After taking out Kellogg and trying to leave outside, we end up seeing a giant ship flying by. God damn, that is a giant ship.
We are the Brotherhood of Steel.
Now finally returning to Diamond City, we meet back with Valentine, where he tells us there may be a doctor that could help us find the Institute and our son Sean, where we end up completing this quest line and unlocking another achievement.
Piper.
There we go. After going back to the castle to drop off a few junk items, a lady arrives. She asks us to help fortify the castle with some of the old artillery blueprints found in the weapons bunker. We agree to do this and enter the tunnels under the castle, where we encounter a couple of enemies. Little 360? How did I miss that? Oh, little 360? Before reaching the other side and finding the artillery blueprint. We then set up the artillery, test it out, then let Preston know we've increased the defenses over at the castle. All guns complete.
She definitely
It should be our achievement. There we go.
Bit of an understatement from what I hear.
While on my way to do more missions, I end up getting distracted by another mission called Trail of Freedom, where we're meant to follow this red line with all these different codes along the way.
2 and A. 3I. 5R. 8D next.
After collecting the codes and finding the end of the road is at a church, we enter and enter the basement, where we can then use all of the stuff we found earlier to type in the password railroad and enter this secret room. After talking with the railroad, a man named Deacon asked to help him clear out a building. After taking out the synth, we then find his old friend and what we came to get, and also steal his gun. We head back to the railroad, where we're invited to join the railroad, and of course we accept for the next achievement.
So be careful coming in or out. You never can tell when you're being watched.
There we go. Tradecraft, we joined the railroad. After coming across a guy in a robot suit outside of a police station, we help him take out the ghouls and find out he's a part of the Brotherhood of Steel, which we again agree to help him clear out another building. And after almost killing him and getting his deep range transmitter he came for, we head back to talk to him, where he also asks if we want to join the Brotherhood of Steel. We of course accept and are now part of 3 factions for another achievement. There we go. We finally got the achievement for joining the Brotherhood of Steel. Honestly, this wouldn't be Xbox without a couple of achievements not popping. Somewhere along the way I unlocked 3 achievements, so I guess here's a reaction.
In or out. You never can tell when you're being watched.
There we go. Animal control.
Or out. You never can tell when you're being watched.
There we go. Future retro.
Or out. You never can tell when you're being watched.
There we go. What's yours is mine. While exploring the Wasteland, we got 2 more achievements. Uh-oh. Well, that's level 25 and a bunch of bombs. Oh, that's level... No, that's... Let's discover 100 locations. After progressing a little further with the Brotherhood of Steel, we end up getting invited onto the giant ship we seen earlier. This place is absolutely massive. From up here, you can see like a decent amount of it. We end up meeting Maxon, the leader of the Brotherhood of Steel, where he invites us to become an honorary knight. After speaking with the Brotherhood of Steel, we end up heading out to Good Neighbor to find the doctor. We enter a place called the Memory Den where she's located in the basement. We hand her over the chip for Kellogg's memory, and she tries to put it in Valentine, but it does not work. So we agree to enter Kellogg's memories ourselves with Valentine, and hopefully this time will work. And of course it does. So after entering his memories, we find out that he has a troubled childhood and that he had a family of his own that seems to be dead now. But more importantly, we find out that he actually did work for the Institute and that he did take Sean and had brought him back to the house that we seen earlier, as well as also finding out the way that the Institute comes and goes, and this is by teleportation. And before leaving his memories, we find out that Kellogg's current mission is to hunt down a former scientist of the Institute in the glowing sea named Virgil.
He's waiting for you upstairs.
Bang bang, dangerous minds. Before heading out to the glowing sea, we have to help the Brotherhood of Steel clear out Fort Hagen of a behemoth super mutant and a bunch of other mutants. After heading to the glowing sea and finding Virgil, he agrees to help us create a teleporter so we can get in and out of the Institute, as long as we find him a serum while we're in there so that he can live. After agreeing to do this, he lets us know that the synths use a Corsair chip to teleport in and out, and he gave us the location of where one might be. After finding the synths signal outside Green Tech Genetic, we head inside to the top to take him down and take his Corsair chip. Hell yeah, up on. After taking this Corsair chip, we do a little back and forth between the railroad and Virgil before we finally get to make the teleporter and make our way to the Institute.
Find a way to save them. Nobody else can.
There we go. Making it into the Institute, we see our son Sean trapped behind a glass cage and are met by a man named Father, who is the leader of the Institute, before finding out that that is not our son and only a synth. For then Father to tell us he's actually our son and he's been here the whole time with the Institute after being taken.
It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
He tells us to go around and meet everyone to get our next achievement institutionalized. Oh yeah. Now furthering the storylines for the railroad, we end up helping them stage a coup with the synth and planning an escape so some of the synths can get out. While talking to the Institute, we ended up getting the Benevolent Leader achievement, which is for creating 100 happiness at a large settlement. Hell yeah, that's 100%. That's probably the most annoying achievement. Then moving on to the Brotherhood storyline. We helped the Brotherhood regain one of their doctors who had actually moved to the Institute, and also helped them build a lot of stuff for a project that they're working on called Liberty Prime, before Ingram asks us to find a place in the glowing sea that houses nukes. So after searching, we end up finding the place, putting down a beacon so they can come collect it, before coming back and finding out what they were building. And Liberty Prime happens to be a racist transformer.
Primary targets. Any and all red Chinese invaders.
Then moving on to the Institute storyline, we end up finding out that Father wants to take over Bunker Hill. So with this information, we end up warning the railroad. Then the battle starts between the Brotherhood, the railroad, and the Institute. While the battle's going on, we end up heading to meet Father, who knows we warned the railroad about this attack and was disappointed. But we end up meeting him back at the Institute, and he tells us that we are going to be the next successor after him to lead the Institute.
Interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my mother as my successor.
Oh, boy.
Bing bing. Now it's at this point in the game where we need to make a new save file so that we can come back to this to do multiple endings. And also it's time to clean up a lot of achievements we need to get. So I'm going to hand it to Dave to read out the achievement.
Hey, I'm Dave, and this one is for reading 20 magazines. Creating 50 weapon mods. Creating 100 items. Delete 300 people. Complete 10 side quest. Find 10 bubble heads. Bring 5 different companions. Find 20 bubble heads. Hack 50 terminals. Delete 5 giant creatures. Complete 50 misc objectives. Reach max level with a companion.
Now going to my least favorite faction. To do their storyline first, it's the Brotherhood of Steel, where we go to meet Adam Maxon, where he tells us Paladin Dance has run from the Brotherhood of Steel as he's found out that he was a synth this whole time, and that we should head to Ingram as she has another mission for us. After finding out that she wants something called a beryllium agitator from the mass fusion building, we head on out on the vertibird. After gunning down the synths and making our way to the basement, we end up finding the agitator, and after trying not to die to the rads, we pull it out and make our way to Paladin Dance. After talking to Dance, he said he's ready to give up his life because the synths are what the Brotherhood of Steel have been fighting the whole time. We end up convincing Maxim and Paladin Dance to let him live. There we go. Climb the tree. And after that, we take the call back to Ingram, where we're told we need to go to the railroad to clear them out to steal some code from the Pam robot.
Pam.
Factory reset mode enabled.
After this, we put the agitator inside the robot and head out for our 30-minute walk.
Fusion core reinitialized. Liberty Prime. Full system analysis. Dictionary database. Entry. Communism.
Holy fuck.
A form. Option.
Yeet. Got Tom Brady with her. I know this was meant to be cool, but I wouldn't mind if they installed a run protocol. Bro, just 360'd on him. Oh hell no, my shit crashes. My fist is going through the screen.
Hey, guys. Dave again. I'm just here to help while he cools down. Oops, never mind.
After finally making our way above the Institute after our little mishap, the robot proceeds to laser the ground and bomb his way into the Institute, where we jump down and talk to Maxon.
Obstruction eliminated.
Oh hell yeah, that's level 50 and now I'm glitched.
Communism is a
At victory. After receiving our achievement, we also receive a C4 to place into the reactor in the Institute to blow it up. After placing the C4, we teleport to a safe distance where we detonate it, resulting in 2 more achievements and finishing the Brotherhood's ending. Bye bye, Institute.
I can feel it wash over me. The heat, the force, the radiation, the fear.
I can't talk right now.
There we go, the nuclear option. As much as I hate it, that's the Brotherhood's one done. There we go. After getting the agitator for the Institute this time, we head back to talk with Sean, where we end up recording a message for the whole of the Commonwealth telling them that the Institute is trying to make a better place for them before heading down to the reactor to allow the Institute to have infinite power so they don't have to keep going up to the surface to look for more cores.
We've arrived. Look what you've made possible.
There is danger of extensive time to avoid any undue traffic.
We then head to the railroad to turn in our quest for helping the synths escape before the Brotherhood of Steel attacks them, invading the railroad. After clearing them out, we get a stolen vertibird, head to the Predwin, plant C4, and blow it up, finally getting rid of the Brotherhood of Steel.
That's a hell of a... Rest easy, Lord.
God damn.
I need a drink.
Bye-bye to the Brotherhood. We then head back to the railroad, turn in our mission and get another achievement. Bang bang. Before killing Desdemona as orders from Sean.
Carrington wants word.
With this completing the final achievement we needed, the Institute's ending.
As am I. Thank you. Mother, you've helped a boy achieve his dreams. I think I'd like to sleep now.
I've lost Sean. All over again.
Nuclear family. GG.
War never changes.